Nino.
What's going on, Nino?
Who's this?
It's Ventura. You just called me.
Oh yeah, I'm returning the phone call. How can I help you?
The one from what was it? Did I call you like 4 weeks ago?
It was 2 days ago.
Did I call you 2 days ago?
Yeah.
What were you doing at the? Do you remember? Give me context. What was happening at the time?
What was I genuinely I don't remember. I keep a list of. Actually, do you know why we need to call Ventura?
Not off the top of my head, unless it has something to do with what you were talking about earlier.
Can you get in the car now?
With
I got
the
you.
Pred
How's everything
thing?
up north?
No, things are going fine. Just found a whole lot of moonshine today. Put it in, disposed of it. Things like that.
Hell yeah. How's Pred working out?
I mean, it's day one, so we're waiting to see
Good
how things
shit.
play out.
I think things can finally kind of move in a very positive direction.
I mean, there's the potential for that for sure.
I mean, I think it already is. We already got 3 pieces of legislation him and I are going to be signing together. So,
Are they on the or have they been presented to the city hall?
No, not
the
yet.
board yet.
No, not yet.
City hall board, is that what we call it before it gets approved? Or
Something like that. We're gonna get G6 working up there. We're gonna get that border finally.
so we're enacting a border specifically.
Yeah, but we've been talking about it. Have you not been to our campaign speeches?
Was that the one on Sunday? That was the debate, right? That was the debate on Sunday.
We brought it up a couple times, but yeah, we're gonna get a border going. So, the border that I wanted to enact like 3 months ago, 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago. Yeah, we're finally gonna do it hand in hand. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
well, I look forward to reading all these legislations.
Oh, you read them?
I read everything.
All right. Look, I'm gonna level with you.
Okay.
I'm gonna be banning cops from being able to date cop killers.
Okay.
And we've been discussing it. Myself, a bunch of officers, and my question to you is there a way? What are your thoughts on it? As someone who, partakes in, that. What would you be? How do you think we should navigate this?
How do I think you should navigate that?
Yeah, exactly. Because I know it's going to affect you.
I don't understand what capacity you're asking me. Like, how do I think it should be worded? What do I think the guidelines on it should be? What I think the limitation should be?
So I'm trying to find a way that it doesn't grossly affect those that are currently, would be affected. You know what I mean? So, is there potential?
Well, I think we would look how it's affecting people currently. That has to be taken into account. That has to be sort of explored and validated as true.
Yeah.
Then that has to be considered, and then you have to see what the cause and effect is.
Yeah.
Then you have to question if inherently it is at the root cause of people's relationships, or maybe we're just talking about individuals, people's insecurities and things like that. So I think all that has to be taken into consideration, right?
I got you.
Just so we get to the more of the fruitful and the more educated, I guess, conclusion.
Okay. Can I ask just a general moral question?
Sure.
This will help me get to the root cause. How does the public trust a member of law enforcement who is in a relationship with someone that causes violent harm to society?
I think where officers are putting their dicks and who they're getting dick down by is the least of concern.
I mean, some people have relationships and there's no dicking, right?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, I think people's personal relationships is the least concern of I guess, level of possible corruption that people should be worried about. We got much
Wait,
more
why?
shadier shit going on, but
okay, so what makes you, how do you hold that, like what makes you say that?
I mean, why does who I'm dating have to bring into play my integrity? I think if I did fucked up shit
The integrity is
and all
the
that,
relationship, no?
yeah, but
So
all my
let's
work is
use a
sound.
hypothetical, right?
Mhm.
Let's say, you know, I was gonna say, like, imagine, like, you know, George Bush's daughter was dating Osama bin Laden. How'd that make you feel?
So so are you saying like President George Bush at the time? Like, is he the president in this hypothetical?
Yeah, we could say, how about this? How about Kamala Harris? It was dating Putin. Actually, you know what? Let's say Donald Trump had a relationship with Putin. That's a little bit more on the nose.
Uh-huh.
How would that make you feel?
I think some people would disagree and some people wouldn't give a fuck.
Do you think that would affect national security?
Would there be evidence of it affecting national security and signs that point towards that? And I guess cases where it would highlight, I guess, malice coercion between the two?
So you're saying that
See, the thing is, listen, this
Trump-
convo started with like you asking me how I think about Pred, and you agreeing that I'm not going at it with a negative mindset, right? I'm not thinking Pred's gonna automatically
really
fuck us over, right?
Yeah.
I'm waiting to see
I don't
how
think
things
he is.
play out.
I think
right?
he's going to improve things.
Well, that's why I'm waiting to see how things play out. Do I listen? Whether I think whether I think Pred's going to do good or not is sort of irrelevant. It's based off what he's going to do that really matters. He's going to have to prove he's going to prove what his intentions are, good or bad. But that's going to come with time, and we're going to have to see that happening.
Gotcha.
Right? But the same thing goes of you just can't automatically assume that just because somebody's dating somebody with a record that they automatically have bad intentions.
I
agree, right?
And that's what I'm trying to understand. So just to make, because I'm trying to find like, trying to get to your same mental plane. You know what I mean? So you would say that if Trump was dating Putin, that inherently wouldn't be an issue?
I'd say if Trump was dating Putin and there was absolutely no evidence that Trump, we're going to care about Trump in this example because Putin's his older thing, and there's no evidence pointing anywhere of the sort that Trump is, doing things that are shady or corrupt or malpractice of his position.
It's
or
just a
abuse of
relationship,
power, things like that. It's just it's just a relationship. It's his personal matter. As long as it's not affecting his job and his role as what he
president.
is. Yeah, then why should it be a matter? People cannot agree with personal matters, but at the end of the day, personal matters are their personal business.
Yeah,
right?
I'm kind of with you. Like, if Trump and Putin were banging, why should I care?
They can fuck all they want. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Just because you and I aren't getting no Putin pussy, who gives a fuck? We don't gotta be
I'm pretty sure Putin's the one that puts the dick down.
You never know.
The guy wrestles bears.
Like I said, listen, if you want to try to enact this, that's fine. But I think you should be claims with everything have to be backed by evidence and examples and things that can be referenced, not so much assumptions based off what you think might be going on, right?
Yeah, I mean, do you believe that? Do you believe we've landed on the moon?
Never really thought about it to that. I never really cared that much, to be honest, to think about it to that point.
Do you think we've landed on the moon?
I think I'm like indifferent. I think we have, but I also wouldn't be surprised if it got proven that it never happened. I think it's possible, or like technology to the point where it is. Maybe I was a little younger at that time, but where it was then, I think maybe
we weren't born.
Enabled it. I don't remember. I don't even know what year it happened. That's how fucking long ago it was.
Yeah. Okay, so if someone was like, hey, do you believe the earth is round or flat?
Me? I believe the earth is round.
Why?
Because I don't wear a tinfoil hat over my head.
No, I know, but What
The
makes
Earth's not
you
flat.
believe it's round versus flat?
Things like when I've been in planes, you see the curvature over the horizon, stuff like that.
Okay. Okay. So
Little
how do
like
we know it's
context
not
clues.
relatively why okay. So there's curvature, but what makes you think it's round?
Are you speaking on specifics of like a perfect circle?
Yeah, it could be a fisheye lens.
It's not well. Okay, it could be a fisheye lens if there was facts or if there's stuff that proved to that, and
What
where I
proves that
guess
it's round?
it proves that it's not flat to me.
Okay. Do you think it could be fisheye versus
It could
like
be
egg shape?
fish eye. It could be the shape of a fucking testicle for all I knew.
So what makes you think it's round versus fisheye?
Because rather than entertaining every possible shape that isn't flat, I'd rather just round it off as round and go with that until it's disproven.
I see. I see. So you're a hyperskepticist. So
I mean, if you want
unless
to
you
take it
have
up to
direct evidence, firsthand evidence, you don't believe things to be true.
I don't tend to jump to conclusions unless I see things that sort of point me in a certain direction. And
If
then
a
I
teacher
conclude based
taught
off
you
that.
something, do you take what they say as likely fact?
Am I in this example? Am I a student? In my
No,
youth
no,
when
in
I'm.
general, when you went to school.
I think there's an underlying trust that teachers are teaching you fact. So I'd say so. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like it's like a cited source. It's a credible source. I'd consider a teacher,
I see.
a professor in a college.
Right. So you do understand in the art of deduction.
Yeah.
Okay. So using that same art of deduction, do you not see that there would be an issue with Trump having relations with Putin?
I see how people can have issues. I know that not everyone thinks the way I do, and I think everyone is entitled to their own
You know what?
opinion
Understood.
on
I
things.
understand.
But not everyone. But
This
not
makes
everyone's
more sense
opinion.
now. to
Not
me.
everyone's opinion should be able to dictate other people's actions.
Yep. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to take this into consideration. I am probably going to hold a
Yeah, I did.
a meeting. I'm going to talk to Cassidy and Jenna. What I'm going to do, and Skyfae. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold a bit of a conference to discuss these matters before we do move forward. So if any concerns do come up, please do let me know.
Okay.
But it's I want to make sure that people's fears are resolved, and if we can do that without legislative manner, I'm open to that avenue. So
Right.
okay.
All right, Nino.
All right. Thank you for your time, Ventura. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you take
All
care.
All right. Bye. Holy shit.
How fun was that for you?